What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Matt of Pig and Matt, and what you see before you is not a joke, or it's the best joke, depending on how you want to look at it. Yep, that is in fact a Celtic Guardian, and today at Locals, I managed to do pretty decent with my Celtic Guardian stun deck. Why did I play this? Well, I thought it'd be funny to throw together. I put two deck boxes in front of my first opponent, and he picked this one. And then I proceeded to win. Don't know how, but I did. So yeah, here you have Celtic Guardian Stun. Alright, start out. Obviously the most important card of the whole deck. 3 copies of Celtic Guardian. Yeah, it's funny. And you have to play it because this card now exists. Celtic Guard of Noble Arms. I guess I'll explain this one. You can't attack if you have cards in your hand, so you play a lot of trap cards. When he attacks and deals damage, you get to draw cards equal to the number of Celtic Guard monsters you control, so he can help replenish your hand depending on the scenario. And you can special summon a Celtic Guard monster from your hand. So he's a really, really good card. And then the last Celtic Guard monster is just one obnoxious Celtic Guard. It's funny. And the last monster in the whole deck, because you can't play hand traps because of your one guy. 3 copies of Barrier Statue of the Drought. This card fucking sucks if you have a lot of Kashtira players at your Locals. Also, Snake Eyes can just use that stupid spell card to put him in the spell and trap zone, so it's a mixed bag. So that's all the monsters in the deck. You play 10. That's it. Now on the spell cards, played 3 copies of Pot of Duality, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, and a Card of Demise as kind of my consistency pieces. None of these really lock you too much out of anything, aside from no battle phase for this. And, I mean, you could probably put Prosby, or you could play the Duplicity, or whatever the hell it's called. But I just opted for these cards. I also opted for 2 copies of Scapegoat. This is a 1-card access code talker, which I did on somebody, and they were like, what the fuck? Well, they did that a lot today, because the amount of times you go Duality and you reveal Celtic Guardian, they're just going to look at you and be like, you can't be serious. Like, yeah? Yes, I am. And the last spell card is 3 copies of Moon Mirror Shield. You saw the stun deck last week. Yeah, no, there you go. Alright. Now on the traps, I played 2 copies of Trap Tricks. These are completely cuttable if you want, because the card is kind of so-so, and I often cited it out. So if you wanted to like play more consistency or draw spells or something, this would be the card I would cut. But the reason I played it is because you're about to see a lot of normal traps. Like 3 copies of Storming Mirror Force. Yeah, this card's really good. 3 copies of Ice Dragon's Prison. This one's also neat, because when Snake Eye tries to do their thing, you can just banish the thing they're trying to do. 3 copies of Compulsory Evacuation Device. Card was neat. I did go against Voiceless Voice, and in between trying to stop EO, I did manage to use this card to do 1 neat play, but just kind of a mixed bag. That's all your normal traps. Now for your floodgates, you play 3 copies of Summon Limit, because, yeah. 2 copies of Crackdown. This is neat. I stole monsters and linked with them. Alright. And the last traps are 1 Solemn Strike and 3 Judgment. This card is insane. And this card I didn't use once. Alright. So that's the main deck. Even 40 cards. Now onto your extra deck. This does have room for improvement, but it was pretty solid for me. You definitely want to play the 1 Link Karibo, 2 Link Spiders for your play with a Scapegoat for your 1-card access code. Donner for Hire was neat. It's an Earth. I boosted it with a card you'll see later. And it could pop boards. Also the Earth Charmer. I specialed a Fenrir back and used it to ruin someone's day. G-Golem Crystal Heart to work with the small Link 1 package. Mrs. Radiant surprisingly did stuff. Boosted this, your Celctic Guards. Really neat card. Decode Talker Heat Soul. Again, the 1-card access code, because you'll like go to your G-Golem, summon one of these guys back, make this, draw a card, then link into access. Then use her once. The aforementioned access code. Boral Sword, you can do this too with the same cards. You just got to do your play a little different. Underworld Goddess, because she's kind of an instant out to like everything. And that's all the Link monsters. You could surprisingly do something with... Like, I actually did, in fact, summon every single one of these cards minus Selene and Boral Sword and Underworld today. The last few cards are just some Exceed monsters. I decided to play a Baguska, which I played on a lot of people. Cowboy, in case I ever went to time, which I never did. And then 1 copy of Exciton Knight. And that was it. Pretty simple extra deck. Nothing too terribly necessary to explain. And now onto the sideboard. Just because this video is real short. Border for if you ever go against Flu. 1 copy of Commandant to search one of the best floodgates in the game. It's match dependent, but the card's really good. 2 copies of Pankratops. I almost want to also side 3 copies of Fenrir because the card's insane. 2 copies of Regeki. 1 of Mistake and Gozen Match. The amount of people that were like, would do a search effect, I would flip this and they'd be like, oh shit. And then they'd be like, wait, that's a continuous? Was really funny. And then the last card is just 3 copies of Evenly Matched. Yeah, your Go Second package is usually your Regekis, Pank, and those Evenly Matches. So yeah. But there you have it, folks. The Celctic Guardian Stun deck. Some final thoughts is, wow, this works way better than I thought it would. Deck is super fun. You should build it if you want to troll your locals and summon Celctic Guardian in the year of our Lord 2024. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. This is Meh, Pig and Meh, signing out.